One seeker who is learning from the master so he was looking at other students, and those students were confused. So they asked what your master is teaching. So seeker said, no, he never teaches, but he is always teaching. So he is always teaching. The seeker said he is pointing the way. He is showing the way. If anyone shows you your country on the map, it is not teaching. So seeker said he is just pointing the way. So those students did not understand. So seeker said the moment he starts teaching, it will become a belief, it will condition the mind, and conditioning of the mind can never lead to meditation. So if we are a seeker, then we understand where is the pointer. So once we understand, here is a pointer, and then I have to think it, I have to contemplate, I have to reflect on it. So if I do not reflect, I follow it blindly, nothing will happen. Duplication is the buzzword of science. Originality is the buzzword of self-discovery. Once we understand that, then the life changes. You see, you can find the Ford car, BMW car as it is in any part of the world. It's more a duplication, replication. Look at the originality of existence. I am unique, you are unique, Brandy is unique, David is unique, Stephen is unique. Do you see that uniqueness? More than 7 billion people, everyone is unique. That uniqueness is discovered in meditation. That needs to be understood. Science brings them together. Oh, how many subjects were there in the research studies? 1,000 people. So, that medication, that medicine is definitely effective to millions of people. This is a part of replication. But does the existence replicates? No. It always creates an originality. Can I appreciate that originality in myself? No, I don't. So I am suffering. So this entire text talks about originality. Find out who you were before the birth or just after the birth. spontaneous, no stress, no worries. That brings our happiness here and now. So we are understanding the teachings of the Master, Astavakra. So in the first chapter, he explains what is that originality, what is that real self. What is the real self? It is self-existent. It is self-luminous. It is all-pervading. That is our nature. So if we do not start from there, we will not get anywhere. From where we start? Oh, I have lot of stress. I have attended your practices, your program 1 or 2 days, 2 times, but it doesn't work for me. Why it does not work for me? Because I do not start that my real self is deeper inside. That is the goal of meditation. I am practicing meditation, but I don't know the goal. And that is why nothing happens. That is why nothing happens. So in the second chapter, you see this seeker explains, this is my experience. So if we look at it, he is again explaining, this is my experience. We crave for having colors. No, I don't see the colors. Why you see the colors? We start the comparison. Do you see that? Oh, you are progressing very high because you have seen the red color. Why don't you see the red color with eyes open? Why you have to see in meditation? This is the way we have to think. If we do not think in this way, nothing happens. So, aho aham namo mahiyam daksho nastiha matsamah asansaprasya sharirena yena vishvam chirghratam. Now see, for an example, take one example that you are a water and you see the waves. Do you differentiate the waves from you? The answer is no. Water knows it is me, appears as a wave. You see the first point of view, first point of understanding. Now go to the waves. Now waves looks at the water. Two waves, they say that I am separate, and that is how they cannot see the water. They cannot see the water. So many examples he has given, the Master has given hundreds of examples, the seeker has given hundreds of examples. The gold and the jewelries, the ornaments. Outer level, I see the ornaments. Inside, I see it is only one gold, different waves, one water. So when we reflect on, then we find that there is no duality and a division. So if you look at this verse, he says, how wonderful I am. Do we ever say, how stressful we are? I have lot of problems. I have yet to achieve the goal in terms of the wealth, in the house, in the clothes. The mind is constantly jumping. That mind cannot become a seeker. So that is why from where we have to start? The real self is self-existent, self-luminous, all-pervading, permanent peace and happiness. Now let me search. Let me understand. And once I understand it clearly, I have reflected, I can reach there. But why I don't reach there? Because I still have a doubt. How can a crazy, stressful guy can enter into permanent happiness? I doubt myself. I believe you all are understanding. I doubt the very nature of my peace and happiness. And I instantly believe the stress and anxiety and the problem and the suffering, I don't disbelieve. This is a great message given to us by their seeker. How wonderful I am. In the very first verse, he says, what is my experience? Amazing. I was thinking that I have lot of stress and anxiety, duality and conflict. And when I settled into meditation, I feel I am tranquil, taintless, pure knowledge, transcending the body and the mind. And then he says, I have been deceived by delusion. Now in this verse, what he says, amazing. It's amazing. Amazing not looking at outside. He says, amazing inside. Let me salute to myself. What is that amazing, surprising in this? We normally salute to ourselves as a body, as a mind. So here he is saying, I am saluting myself. Why? Because I find I am self-existent, I am self-luminous. The body appears like the waves. Mind appears like the waves, but I am one pure consciousness. See, there is one more logic given by our masters. Answer, can computer know the creator? Can. Here comes. I was waiting for you, Christina. Can computer know me? Know the creator? No. Answer is no. Why? Computer is not conscious. But at the same time, what computer can do, my mind cannot do. That is also true. That is also true. Did you understand that part? What computer can do, my mind cannot do. So, in one Upanishad, I think it is in Taittiriya Upanishad, they cited an example. The God created matter, then God created plants, animals, and then the crazy human race. Why? Why crazy human race? So one man went to the God, God, I have plowed the field. Today you must allow the clouds to rain the field. Second man went to the God and said, I am building my house. God, no rain today. God became upset. It is the story. We want to follow based on our desires, attachment and detachment. And God became upset. We have made even the God upset. We are the special creatures. So then the God started searching a place where he hides. He should hide himself so that the man cannot find. So some of his assistants suggested him, it is better go to the moon. No. After a few years, this man will definitely go to the moon. I'm not going there. To the Mars, we have already touched the Mars. It's a beautiful, in the form of a story it is. And ultimately, God cried. The way the Upanishad explains it, God cried and entered into the heart of every human being. Because we don't want to find the God inside our heart. We find everywhere. We find in the church, in the temple, in the people. Everywhere we find. Only the seeker can find the God within. So that is why seeker says, how wonderful, amazing. Salutations to me because he is seated within me. He is seated within me. And then he says, who is one, neither goes nor come. I come to your house, so he is with me. He goes with me. I am driving, he is with me. Driving from the behind. This is the meaning. This is his experience. And then he says, what he says, wonderful I am, adoration to myself. There is none so capable as I am. So here this I am is pertaining to the real self. I am is pertaining to the real self. Now see that. Wonderful I am, adoration to myself. There is none so capable. So he is not talking of his ego. He is talking of the real self. Who am bearing the universe for all eternity without touching it. Without touching it. So what happens? You remain untouched. Because we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are not the thoughts, we are not the feeling, we are not the stress. We are not the stress, finished. Isn't it amazing? No, I am too much stressed, I have lot of problems. Why? Because, honey, where I'm looking? Outside. Where is the real self? Inside. Only that much difference, little difference is there. I am searching outside? No. Let me look inside, deep inside the heart. So that God is nothing but our real self. So let me complete before we start our practice. So I started that the computer cannot know the creator. Now see the beauty of the understanding by our masters. What is that? The masters say creator creates. First phrase, and enters into what it creates. So we have to find that real self within us. Did you get it? Did you get it? Creator creates and enters into its creation. Now example, gold creates an ornament and enters into it. That much is to be understood only. So I am the creation with the body, mind, intellect, ego, stress, anxiety. Who created? Seated in the heart. And that is seated in the heart. I am the real self. Are you getting it? Creator creates. It's a very big message from the Upanishads. Creator creates and enters into the creation. This is the big difference between what is created by the man and what is created by the existence. Can you say that the Ford created the car and entered into it? Take an example. Understanding has to be there. If you understand, you are already there. Still doubt is there, practice meditation and you will reach there. Are you getting it? I believe you all are getting it. Creator enters, creator first creates and enters into the creation. The water first create the waves. And then, what is wave? Wave is nothing but the water. Real self created this name in the form of Girish. So what real self represents, Girish must represent the same. What real self represents? Permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom. So this seeker, he is known as one of the greatest master souls. Then he became the master. Janak, who is narrating his experience. Amazing salutation to me. So here it is not body-mind complex. To me is the real self. Who is one, who is luminous, who is self-existent. I have been deceived by the illusion until now. Now I found my real self. The goal of human life, it is self-fulfillment. That is the beauty of this Eastern wisdom. So the 3 steps are there. Shravanam, you listen to the principles, means I do not know, let me know it. So how many people are really fortunate in the world, even in this modern world, where we have access to all the information, where they get the knowledge that you have a real self which is totally free from the stress and suffering. How many people? First, and even if they understand, we say, this guy looks crazy. Who has no stress in this modern world? Look at it, where our mind is going. So the first step, I do not know, let me know it. Oh, I am of the nature of the real self, permanent peace and happiness. We get couple of thousands of dollars, we celebrate an event, then we forget it, and same dollars creates lot of problem, especially in the morning with lot of hangovers. John is laughing. No, I see that you are taking a coffee. Not. You see that? Now see? So the message is 100% clear. Can I make my entire life a celebration so that I don't need to celebrate an event? You celebrate an event, you prepare for it, you spend a lot of money, you invite a lot of friends, and the next day you are frustrated. How many times we are celebrating our birthdays, etc., etc. So the journey of meditation means that I make my entire life a celebration. Every moment is a celebration. This is what the Master is saying. A little from the serious note, because he is going deeper and deeper in this chapter. So that's why I said better to talk about this. And now we have an understanding. Keep this understanding, please. And then we will see how to practice meditation. So let us start practicing. Let us start our journey. Eyes are closed. But we made it a point that we are not going to do anything. Why? As long as the mind does anything, it has to do it from outside. So eyes are closed gently. Do you have the right knowledge that why we close our eyes? To tell the mind straight away, mind, don't make me crazy during the practice by moving outside. Why? That God is inside my heart. Now start with that knowledge, that awareness, that understanding. What will happen? With that knowledge and understanding, you look at the body will remain steady. There is no reason the body will move. Well, if it moves, recognize the mind is going out. Mind wants to run out. Why it wants to run out? Same thing, peace and happiness. You land up with celebrating an event. Continue to celebrate an event repeatedly. And, 1% happiness every year. 99% stress. Make your mind understand happiness is not outside, my dear friends. This journey on Saturday, we are doing it with this teaching of this master who says understanding free from the doubt will help you to be in the state of meditation here and now. Do you see the title? Happiness here and now. Now we follow the same pattern. Looking at the neck joint. You're not doing anything. Looking means you are aware of the neck joint. So the mind is constantly looking at the neck joint. You feel. So now we experience what? Sensation, comfort, steadiness. So we are not happy with sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Why? This is an experience. What I want to know? I want to know myself. Can you be aware that experience is different from an experiencer? This is what is explained by this seeker in this verse. Only understanding is required. So after sensation, comfort and steadiness, it is my experience, but I'm looking for an experiencer, seer, knower. So the easiest way, keep looking inside in the space, exploration, discovery. And I can tell you, the moment the mind moves within, lives within, you are already relaxed and calm. Mind will tell you, no, how can you relax? Take some pill, do some practice. But the real self is of the nature of peace and happiness. Nature. So understanding and listening to me will help you, will point you the way. Looking at the shoulder joints, just you are aware of the shoulder joints. Awareness brings the knowledge and experience. So what that experience I'm repeating? It is sensation. You're comfortable. Steadiness is there. Who? Not you, the body. And the mind is experiencing. Are you aware of that? And then the mind says, okay, now I understand. I have to find where is the real self. So the mind naturally moves inside. It forgets moving the body, my friend. If you are simply aware, this is the power of the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. Looking at the hip joint being there. I'm repeating for the sake of understanding. Sensation, comfort and steadiness. So today I added one more point. Are you searching for an experience or experiencer? Remove that misunderstanding in the mind. So what will happen? The mind will continue to move inside naturally. You need not to do anything, my friends. Prove that knowledge is really a power. Do you still aware of the story I just told you? The God cried and entered deep inside the heart within. You know the location. What it demands? Awareness inside. The mind will ask you to move out, but you know the destination. So let us follow experience and experiencer. When you are 100% clear that you are not your experience, there is an experiencer that you are an experience. Now look at the head and the neck all around. So when you look, you experience. What do you experience? Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And then look inside, so to say. Look inside the head and the neck. You find space and the sensation. Normally, we say that sensation inside the head and the neck is your experience of calmness, and the space inside is an experience of quietness. Are you aware? Experiencer. We are in search of an experiencer. Knower. Seer. So what the mind should do? Mind should continue to live into that space. It is very much here and now. I am not aware of it. What? It is hide and seek game. Who is playing the mind? Mind hides, the real self appears. Mind dictates, the real self hides. We play a game of hide and seek we might have played in our childhood. So that is why I say, allow the mind to be into the space. No object. That is the message passed on to us by this seeker. So look at the right arm. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. It is an experience? Yes. Look inside. Look inside. Space and the sensation. We pass through. We need to pass through these experiences. No issue at all. But we are 100% aware what we are looking for. You see, the moment you forget, mind hides the real self. The moment you remember, the mind merges into the real self. Understand that part. Very slight. The wave merges into water. Finished. What do you find? I am the water. Go to the left arm. Being there. Be very clear in your head knowledge part. Awareness. Oh, you are talking of left arm? Yes, I experience it. I also experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Good. Look inside. I experience calmness and quietness. Then mind says, what is next? Nothing. Live into that space. Be there. Why? To find the real self, the mind is incapable of. Look at the middle portion of the body, outside, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, where is inside? You see, we are showing the path to the mind. So inside you see the space and the sensation. Mind says, yes, calmness and quietness is there, and just stay there. You need not to do anything. Mind is already living within. You see, everyone is doing wonderfully, wonderful. Aho aham namo mahyam. Yeah, let us continue with the right leg also. So called the practice outside, but maintain your awareness. Wave versus water, ornaments versus gold. So experiences versus experiencer. I'm making it again so simple. Okay. So the very mind does not go anywhere. It is the likeness of the real self. The real self doesn't go anywhere. Body goes, mind goes. Left leg. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Now I am 100% sure we are on the same page. Experiencer. On the way, we find lot of experiences, no issue. Sensation, calmness and quietness inside, good. What is next? Mind is living within, doing nothing. Entire body from and experience. Remember again. We express in our tradition using different words. Knower and the known. Experiences and the experiencer.
I didn't understand that.
Experiences. Seer and the seen. We are seer, we are knower, we are experiencer. Entire body outside, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. So, for the sake of understanding the mind, let the mind go within, beyond that experience. Beyond the experience, mind has not to pick up anything, any object, any past, any impression. That mind is pure. It merges with the real self. Salutation to me starts. mind says, for some time I'm okay. You want me to stay in that state forever? Not possible. Why not possible? It digs inside the impressions that we have accumulated, the storehouse of memory. Either in the seed form or in the form of a thoughts at this moment, or an agenda that we have set outside. No, I have to do a lot of work. For what? For permanent peace and happiness. And where it is? It is deep inside my heart. So you see that? You need to have that understanding. With that understanding, you keep the mind within. But if you want to force the mind to keep the mind within, not possible. That is where comes the repression. We use different words. Repression and depression and long list. Maintain your awareness of the seer and the seen, known and the knower, experiences and the experiencer. So Buddha found the easiest method where he says experience the breath. Normally what we say, focus the breath. No. Breath is going in and out. Sensation is there. You are aware that you are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. All these are your experiences. Become aware who is experiencing that, who is seeing that, who is knowing that, who is the experiencer. Can I see it clearly? The way I see you are different from me. The same way, do you see that experience of the breath is not you? It is your experience, and the experiencer is deeper within, looking from the deep within, looking deep. What a beautiful session, I believe. Nobody moved. Because there is a clarity, understanding, two things. Experiences and experiencer. Whether you look at the body will do, but maintain your awareness of the experiencer of the body. Look at it. Experience of the breath and the experiencer, knower. And now the thoughts that are coming and going in your mind, are you your thoughts? 100% clear, no. Can I see that I am separate from all the thoughts? You see, when I know the next door is my neighbor, I am simply aware of that fact. Whether the neighbor is good, bad, high, low, who cares? Who cares what thought enters into my mind? Why? I am not the thought. It is so simple. I should not say it is easy because there is nothing difficult or easy. I am simply aware that I am not my neighbor. That is it. So who is this neighbor? The thoughts of the stress, of anxiety, of reaction, of pleasure, of doing something, of obsession. After all, without thought, how can you experience that I am obsessed, I am possessed, I have stress, I have memory? But they are my experiences. I am none of them. You need to simply know it. You know means you are separate. You are separate. You can declare how wonderful I am. Our Master J. Krishnamurti translates that state as a choiceless awareness. After all, if the mind picks up an experience, then only it has a choice. When it says, this is me, then only you have a choice. You're not doing anything. You have not been doing anything. The mind picks up the thought again. What is next? Nothing next. It needs 80% understanding. Rest 20% you can say practice. But even then it is not. That real self inside is one, common, but it expresses itself uniquely. That is why we are unique as an individual self, coming from the same one real self. Unique ornament. As if we all are different ornaments of the one existence. Unique. Aho aham namo mahyam dakshunastiham matsamam asansprashya sharirena yena vishwam chiram dhratam. He says that real self neither goes nor come anywhere. Why? It is pervades everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside, know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Wonderful. How are you? How are you, David and Jerry?
Hi. Yeah, that was a really amazing meditation. The interesting thing is when we were originally doing the body scan right at the beginning, for whatever reason, my mind was attracted to my heart like a magnet.
Beautiful.
And then when I would go to the leg or whatever, it would go back to the heart.
Go back to the heart.
And then after that, my whole meditation was out of my heart. And then any limbs or anything else after that, there was no boundary. They were just all one.
Oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful experience. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Similar experience. Right away, I was deeply seated in the heart and heavy from the throat to the heart. And then once you drop the aham namo haisham,
Yeah.
my mind stayed with that through the rest of the meditation.
Oh.
So I watched my mind with that mantra.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful experience, Jerry. You see that knowledge 90% or 99%. When the knowledge is 99% in your head, only 1% of practice. Your eyes are closed, you are already there. The mind constantly goes deep inside the heart. Oh, here I am. What I'm doing, why I should scan the body. Why? You see, that knowledge is required. How are you? Christina is smiling. I like people smiling,
Hi, that was very, very peaceful, I was freezing and I wanted so badly to get up in the beginning and grab a blanket, but I knew that I'm not my body and now I'm warm and fuzzy, and that was very peaceful and great for this morning.
Beautiful. You are progressing. How are you, Stephen and Sam?
Good as well. Very similar experience to David and Jury. As soon as I closed my eyes, I was drawn to my heart. really didn't participate in the other parts of the bodies and the limbs. It stayed there. It was dark and calm, with no thoughts at all.
Beautiful. That is what it should. And you see that we did nothing. For more than almost 31 minutes, we did nothing virtually. I was just talking to you. Very good. How are you, Sam?
I'm really good as well. If I could describe it, I would say dark and calm and thoughtless.
Beauty.
Just in my own space.
Good. You see that Saturday session helps you to go to the highest journey. Mondays and Thursdays session we engage our mind into different steps in the practices. So both are required in a way until we reach there. How are you, Brandy?
I'm peaceful. That was dark and calm, and I feel kind of like I know there's a lot of space I can explore, but even though I don't, it's not like I'm staying in my body, but I stay kind of close, and I recognize that.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful.
Still spacious and calm.
Yeah, we will understand about when we experience space in the following session, when the mind is totally aware of the infinite space all around. One thing that you break the barrier that you are the body. So the sense of bodilessness pervades. What David was explaining. How are you, Ashok? Oh, Bethany is also there. I never see Bethany.
Also good, a nice experience.
Nice experience. You see, I gave you the nice experience. No, I'm just joking. How can I give you any experience? So how are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, it was like that I am behind my experiences. So the awareness was there and I know that something is starting. So I know that it will end as well. And then that was very peaceful at that. Because I'm going deep and then it was very peaceful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. My master used to say, where you are going? Spend time with me because I have an abundance of peace and happiness. I give you in installment, month by month. That's another expression, Master. So how are you, John?
That for me was very, very stable. So I was able to be very stable with the body. So I set the body was set very stably, and then I was able to.
Beautiful. You see, John?
As well.
We do 500 postures to make the body still, and body will not become still. Only understanding that I am not the body. And that understanding lives in the practice. Done. So that is why it is known as higher yoga. It is the path of knowledge. Jnana yoga. In US we say Jnana yoga. So, yes, Terry, how are you?
I was I was following the words, and I was like in the dark, kind of flying around.
Beautiful.
With this purple light that's like
beautiful.
Kind of moves around and changes shape, and I don't think it's a big deal or anything, but that's just what was happening. And I was trying to follow, to keep my mind on the who is seeing this light, who is feeling this flying around.
Yes, that's another good approach.
But then when there was suddenly a lot of noise, it pulled me right out. I had to start all over again. So I just wanted to stay in.
Beautiful.
And continue.
Bethany, how are you?
Good. I'm trying to think of how to describe it.
Oh.
I guess I feel stable and peaceful now, even when in meditation, sometimes I was having a hard time following you, where it would my attention would come in and out, and I would keep bringing it back.
Okay.
So that didn't feel like the most. I don't know how to explain it, but even though my attention wasn't as focused, I'd bring it back and whatever. But I feel focused and stable now. Does that make sense?
And stable. Yes, because I was very hard. So after the meditation, you became easy. You are right. Yes, it's a journey. One has to practice. Sunita, कैसे हो? अरे मैं भेजता रहता हूँ, तुम रेगुलर करो. प्रैक्टिस रेगुलरली.
Okay, sir.
Sunita works for All India Radio. It's a national, like NPR of India. So, हाँ जी, शोभा जी कैसे हैं?
The fine, अच्छे हैं सर. सर आज कुछ थोड़ा different experience हुआ. Sir, my eyes were going up. I don't know where, but when I am coming back, it was very difficult to focus on that.
Difficult to focus. Yes. Continue the practice. It will happen. You have any question? Any question? Huh? No question? Better.
I think Terry has a question.
Who?
But I think Terry's raising her hand, but she might need help with her mic.
But Terry, you have to unmute before you ask the question. When you live into that awareness which experiences the body and the experiencer remains separate, you are already there. Yes, Terry, your question.
Please unlock your device for this.
I had the thought when I was, in